Right guys, here's my new Batman review. Sorry this one took a bit of a while to get up. I know it's been quite a while since this book came out. But here I finally am with issue 88 of the new Batman run. I say issue 88, it's really issue 3 of the new run, but they've kept the old numbering. This one's going to be a bit of a short one compared to the other few, compared to the last ones I've done. Mainly because there wasn't a lot that happened in this issue. It was a bit of a short one. So it opens up with, we have sort of another prologue similar to the last issue, but this time it's Riddler and Catwoman talking with each other, and it's quite interesting because this issue sort of delves into Catwoman's backstory quite a lot and touches on her character and her place in this story, which is quite interesting. And like I said, we get to see her talking with Riddler, who still looks really weird, and she is in a graveyard digging something up in it. It sets the mood brilliantly. I love seeing, like anytime we see rain in a Batman story, be it in the comics, cartoons, movies, whatever, it's so atmospheric and I love it, so I do. And we see her, like, she's digging up a coffin, and then, oh, surprise, surprise, who is it? It's the Joker, or one of the Jokers anyway, because there's technically 3 at the moment. And we get to see the Joker's dead corpse just lying there. So this is an interesting opening because, like I said, it's a bit of a parallel to the last intro's opening with Penguin and Riddler. This time we see Catwoman, and she's touching upon how she used to just pretty much be a flat-out villain, but now she's more of an anti-hero and she's working alongside Batman, which we'll come back to later. And we get to, like I said, we get to learn a bit of the backstory behind all these villains and how they all have sort of like this sort of loose alliance with each other against Batman, because at the end of the day they're Batman's rogues gallery, and they were all in cahoots in this big plan that we're seeing sort of fleshed out a bit in the story. And that's kind of bad for Catwoman specifically, because Catwoman, like I said, is no longer really an out and out villain anymore. You know, she's went and been an anti-hero, she's been with, you know, other groups, you know, been with Batman, she's been with, you know, Gotham City Sirens, etc. And, you know, at the moment she's allied with Bruce, she's working with him, nearly get married to him at one point, but, you know, we're not going to touch upon that. But now, you know, she's not really allied with Penguin or Riddler or anyone else at the moment. She's just with Bruce, and that is a bit of a problem because she is loyal to Bruce, to Batman, and not to them. They all feel they have to take her out now. So yeah, it sucks for Selina Kyle, I'll say that. So then she gets taken out, and then we cut back to Penguin, who has rounded up all the assassins from the previous 2 issues. He's captured them, he's got them all hung up in this weird sort of fridge-like area. It looks like something out of a horror movie, so it does. We see that the Penguin was the one behind the attacks in previous issues, and he is pissed at Deathstroke and all the others for failing in their mission, and he's just angry at them, he's shouting at them, whatever else. So then he explains that he wants them to leave, he wants them out of Gotham, and he's willing to pay them all off, and most of them are willing to accept that, except specifically Deathstroke. Deathstroke isn't too keen on leaving Gotham. Not too sure why, probably because he wants a rematch with Batman or whatever else. We'll find out later, maybe he's got some other ulterior motives we've yet to find out. But he's not just willing to leave as Penguin demands. So he's about to kill Penguin and take him out, but then Batman arrives and tries to stop all this and take them all under. We have this sort of scuffle that happens. We're teased, I will say this though, one thing this is a bit of a nitpick, it's a bit of an annoyance. But I'm just going to clear out here. Something that did bother me with this comic is we see the cover here specifically. We're advertised a big fight scene with Batman and Deathstroke and Cheshire as well. We don't really get that in this book, and this is the second time they've baited us with that. Like, if they don't deliver soon on a big Batman and Deathstroke one-on-one fist fight, I'm going to be really pissed. So we'll see what's happening, but it was a bit annoying that we get to see this big scuffle, but then Deathstroke manages to get away. Spoiler alert, he injures the Penguin. I'm not too sure if Penguin dies or not. It looks like he is dying. Of course, Batman tries to save him, whatever else, make sure that he's not dead. But because of that, Deathstroke does manage to get away, and it tells me that, you know, something's up. You know, I really think he's part of this. Like, I really think that he's got something else planned later down the line, or that he's part of this big villain plot that we learnt about at the start of the story. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him going forward. I do think he'll return. But yeah, Batman has to stay and save him. We get a nice wee page of dialogue with Batman and Penguin just talking. So then we cut back to Catwoman, and it looks like she's completely fucked. She's in the grave herself. There's these guys there, you know, just about to take her out. And then we get the big plot twist at the end, the big cliffhanger. Who is it that pops up? Well, at first we see a hammer, and it becomes pretty apparent it's Harley Quinn. And we do get this lovely shot at the end with Farrah and Catwoman, and it is pretty cool to see Harley again. I am a bit of a Harley Quinn fan. Although, and I will say this, I don't really care for the new 52 look. She's there, still sporting that get-up. But it's still pretty cool to see her team up with Catwoman again. We're going to see some Gotham City Sirens stuff maybe in the next issue. Maybe Poison Ivy will pop up, who knows. But it was pretty cool to see her arrive. And it's interesting because I want to see how she ties in with the Joker plotline as well. Because like I said, we saw the Joker's dead corpse, and it seems like he might still be alive or not. I'm not too sure, but there's also the whole thing of the 3 Jokers, which I'm not even going to get into in this video. That's another video on its own completely. But it was still pretty cool to see Harley there and to see how she fits into this whole villain plot thing as well, because she was obviously a bad guy as well, sort of became an anti-hero later on as well, but a bit different from how Catwoman did. And it'll be interesting to see how she fit into this pact from beforehand. And that's the story, it just ends there. It was a bit of an abrupt ending, like I said, it was cool to see Harley at the end, but, you know, it left me wanting a bit more, if I'm being honest. It wasn't the most satisfying issue. But yeah, overall, it was an interesting issue. I did like seeing some elements of it. I did like seeing some of the characters and learning more about their backstories and stuff. Didn't really get a lot of Batman action this time round, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see where they take them going forward. And, you know, like I says, it did leave me wanting more, so I'm going to obviously read the next issue and see where the plot goes. It comes out very soon, and I'll get to that video when I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.